Hello, my peeps, and welcome back. We are still in the middle of battle, so let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? Now, I have to admit, it's just about 36 hours. It's probably about 10 minutes under, but for the last about maybe 5 minutes, I've been just trying to use Edgar's overdrive. So then I can get a little head start on getting that last attack, which is Blitz Ace, if I recall correctly. Which also means I can overkill. Very nicely done. Although we have been getting some natural overkills. But what I'm going to do now is I need to bring Yuna back in, because she is going to do the final... Actually... Now that I'm thinking about it, before I do that, I am going to use an ether on poor Edgar. Why? Because I want him to be able to use haste in the next battle. So, yeah. So what does that mean? Alright, I will have... Yep. So I just got an overkill with Kimahri, and like I said, we have been getting that occasionally. But when I have Edgar do his overdrive, that pretty much makes it. So... let's go ahead and do that one, and I'll have Yuna come in. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and summon Sophie. Now, I did make sure before we left Besaid, I was able to make sure that Sophie did have her overdrive, because I can do that on... Now I'm going to do not Energy Blast, I'm going to do Energy Ray, because again, it is a more damaging attack. And of course, I don't want to do the fin. I don't want to do the Sin Scales. I want to do the fin. And I'm just going to go ahead and let him do it. And we got an overkill. And just like that, we're done. Although my poor console. It's a little hot, but that's okay. Like I said, we're just under the 36 hours, so like 35 plus. Because again, I found that you can definitely do up to 36 hours on the PS4, but you can't go up to 48, so you can't do like full 2 days, because you will soft lock on you. Woohoo, we're done! Wait a second. What? Who's gone? And of course, it has to be Edgar, because everyone else would have, drowned. So, yeah. And he's that deep of a sleeper, I guess. Alright, and then he's going to throw... I don't know, at least a potion. So what does this mean? That means we're basically going to have another boss battle right after it. There's no chance to heal or anything like that, which is the reason why I went ahead and did the ether for Edgar. Because like I said, I do want to go ahead and use haste again, and I just wouldn't have had enough to do 2. I don't even know if I would have had enough to do 1. We'll see. So white magic. Ooh, I would have been able to do it on 1 person, but not both. So let's go ahead and do Waka first. Why? Because I want to use his dark attack on the Sin Spawn boss. Why? You can make it so that it will miss. Not on everything, I will freely admit to that, but let's go ahead and do this next one. Got an overkill, and then I'm going to go ahead and haste Edgar. So yes, the Sin Scales come right back. And is it worth continually beating these sin scales? Not really, just because they come back. And basically, I am going to go ahead and do cheer, because basically what I'm doing is right now I don't have a sensor. Oh, and blender. This will make it so that it will hit, which is the reason why I did want to put that on, but alright, so we're going to go ahead and put another cheer on, because there's nothing wrong with that, because it does help the physical damage, and then also the physical defense. Alright, nobody's come back, so I guess I will go ahead and just attack the boss. So that's cheer number 4. And we'll do the last cheer. Alright, and I guess I really should make sure I do a potion, I guess, with my 20th potion. Alright, looks like sin scales are coming back. Drain touch, and if you notice, he was able to do 3 moves, and so he doesn't have the dark touch anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I want Edgar to get an overkill, basically. Ooh, nicely done. Okay, so I just don't know, I don't think I've done enough damage to actually get an overkill with Edgar yet. Now what I'm gonna do, I think I've done about 1,000 damage. I don't remember how much I have. Sorry. So let me see if I can get what the HP is. Alright, apparently he has about 2,000 HP. Which, what does that mean? That means I'm probably gonna hit him once more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do an overdrive. This one I'm not gonna do energy rain. I'm gonna go ahead and do slice and dice, although I need to make sure I get the other. Okay, so maybe I will go ahead and... that still gets me before... Sorry. I'm trying to make it so then I can get, one after Waka, because I will make sure to have Waka actually defeat the sin scale, so then hopefully I can do an overdrive with just the main boss. Alright, I was like, oh no, come on, hit it! And I did an overkill, so woo! Alright, sorry. I'm easily excited. I'm so sorry. Now, as you can see, because I was doing that basically turbo controller and automatic, I got over 45,000 AP. So what does that mean? I got over 41 to 47. Now, Kimahri did get more just because this was the first battle that he was actually involved in. But everyone that is currently in my party, I did make sure that everyone was involved with it. It doesn't matter that they weren't in that final boss challenge, because it was all together. Alright, so we got a lot of power spheres, a lot of mana spheres. That must have been from the sin scales underwater. And then we got ability spheres, which must have come from the boss. And then I got an ice lance and a water moomba. Both of the pieces of equipment, But now we get to see our first glimpse of Kilika, which unfortunately is not a very good thing, but I'll shush. So, if you can't tell, Sin, he has the ability of Gravaja, or, gravity. So this part does make sense. But yeah, Sin is not a kind monster. Sorry.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself.
I'm surprised Waka let him
Maybe
be like
it was
this.
that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
So I'm surprised about the look of the Kilika island, because it looks like there shouldn't be any greenery. But you end up finding there's a lot of greenery. Or who knows, maybe that was one side of the beach and then we're on the other side, which wasn't affected. Who knows? I certainly don't.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BTA.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Eh? Okay, so now of course I am going to go and save. Okay, so now we have everybody in, and let's see. The first thing I do want to show is that for Waka, and also... Where's Kimahri? There he is. So both of them have actually gotten a couple of the overdrives. So what I can do for him... let's go ahead and do ally, because Kimahri doesn't, at least right now, won't be doing a lot of, like, one-hit defeats. So, that's why I did that. Now, I don't think Lulu, no, Lulu didn't learn anything, and neither did Yuna, at least in regards to the overdrive modes. That's okay, they weren't really involved in the battle at all. Except for the one turn, basically. Okay, so another thing I do need to make sure I'm aware of is I do need to make sure that the overdrive for Sophie, I want to put that back up. I want it to be completely, I want her to have a full overdrive gauge. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. And I'm trying to figure out how much I want to show you guys in regards to what I'm doing with the grid spheres, because honestly, I don't want to show them all, but I do want to show a couple kind of important ones. The one I'm going to do is going to be Kimahri. Now, because Kimahri, I have a very specific idea for him. Because in his sphere, he really doesn't have very much or really good abilities. I mean, he does have one really good ability, which is right here, which is Ultima. That is like the best black magic spell, most definitely. But as you can see, it is surrounded by 4, well, you have to do at least 3 level 4 spheres. You are not going to get that for a very long time. Now, what I'm going to do here is I am going to get here because I am going to get a little bit more HP, but then I'm also going to get a lot of his abilities. One, I did want to get the extract mana, and then I also got scan, and then I also got Jinx. Now Jinx is not good. I needed to get here so I could get scan, and I also wanted to get this extract mana. That was more. Could I have just gone here and gotten it? Sure, but since I was here, why not do the whole thing? Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here. Now, like I was saying, the bad thing about Kimahri, at least naturally in his actual sphere, he's not a really good character. You can't really do all that much. But what I am looking to do with Kimahri is I'm going to get basically 2 level 1 spheres, because then I can head up over here, because this was the first one right there, and then the second one I need to get rid of is this one. Now, what is that? That's Pilfergear. I don't care. But what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to go into Riku's sphere, so then Kimahri can learn Steel and then the usability, which those are really, really good things to have, because we're not going to get Riku for a very long time. So even though I am going to make sure that Kimahri does, you know, I'm going to try to have him involved in every single, you know, game and all that sort of stuff, battle, and that sort of thing, but he's really just going to be here. And I'm going to wait for the level 2, which is honestly going to take a long time as well, but then I'm going to have him break into, this is actually Yuna's sphere, but it is much further along in her grid than Yuna is usually able to get, because I want to go ahead and get down here. No, further along. There it is. I want to get to the end of her sphere grid, so then Kimahri can learn Holy. Now, Holy, that is a really good spell to learn, because I think I touched on it, because I could either I could have him go into Lulu's sphere grid, because his sphere can go into Lulu's, but the biggest, you know, the most powerful one that Lulu has in her grid is actually Flare. Now, Flare, don't get me wrong, it's a really good spell, but it is more fire-based, which means a lot of people can have, you know, can either like fire, hate fire, or could be immune, absorb it. So yeah, I'd much rather have Holy, and Holy is just not something that enemies usually have. So that is the grand plan for Kimahri, and trust me, it's worth having him just wait, but still get levels for him. Alright, so what are we going to do with Wakka? Wakka, I do want to make sure I get him the extract ability, and then can just continue on in his grid. And like I said, I don't know how much you guys really like seeing this. It's kind of boring. You know, I do have enough, you know, power spheres, which is nice, and I really should have enough ability spheres, because I did do that grinding with the piranhas. So everything that I come across, I should honestly be able to go ahead and unlock. Oops. So what I might do, because like I said, I did want to make sure I showed Kimahri, because one, it lets you guys know where he, you know, what I'm actually doing with him, because for a long period of the game, he's not going to be going anywhere. And, you know, when I do get those 2 level 1 spheres, that just makes it so that he can go just like 5 paces in front, and then he can't do anything else. So it is one of those things where it is a little... it does make him very boring, but like I said, it's totally worth it. Now, there's a level 1 lock now, but you can actually see in here, that's a strength +1, a strength +2, and then he does also get an agility +1, so very low amount of spheres. Unlike, let's go further with Yuna, because she actually has one behind a level 1 sphere that actually might be worth waiting for. Let me go ahead and just do this one, because it's actually down here, this level 1 lock. But this one, she gets 200 HP, agility by 2, but then a strength +4, and then also another. So 400 hit points, and then also 4 strength. That actually might be worth it. But let's go ahead and get back to here. Life. I'm hoping that she actually... I'm going to get her far enough along so then she can actually learn Pray. There it is. So Pray, is it a really, really good spell? It is an ability, but basically heals for a smaller amount of damage. It usually does, like, I think right now, maybe 100, 150. So not extremely good, but considering there's not a lot of moves that she can do other than, like, guard, you know, defend. Yeah. It's just one of those things where it is, I do like it because at least then she's doing something and it doesn't cost any MP. So it's basically a defend, but, you know, it's not a defend. Okay. Now I need to still do Waka. So I'm still up in the air about what if I'm going to just leave Yuna at that level 1 lock, just because I do like seeing her move, but it's just one of those things where it is going to be a little bit, but it's not a huge amount of time, if that makes any sense, because we will be able to get enough level spheres, those level 1 spheres. Let's go ahead and make sure. Let's see what's down here. Level 1, level... Yeah, it's not bad, but I'd rather just continue on in the grid. I have to admit, when I first was starting out, I would stay at a level 1 lock until I could actually do it, but it's a long time. So let's go ahead and continue on. And that strength is +2. So it's one of those, would it be worth it to do it? It's up to you. I decided, at least in this one, I wouldn't do it, but I have to admit, I've also done the, you know, the 2 levels, the S levels, in order to get, you know, the +1 and then the +1 strength and then the +1 agility, I think it was. But yeah, like I said, I do go really back and forth because I was able to get further along, and I still got 2 strength points. So it's one of those. It's a basically it's either way. You don't have to do it. I didn't in this case, and I don't think it's going to hurt me all that much. So I'm all right with it. But let's go ahead and go further. Huh? Wait, right there. Now, I will admit, in the beginning of the game, black magic, it's helpful. I won't lie, it is very helpful. But later in the game, Lulu becomes one of the most weak just weak characters. Mostly because black magic can only do so much damage. It takes a while for them to cast it, and then, as well as with Lulu's special ability, I am not good at it. Like, Alright, so 200 and defense. Ooh, that might be actually good for her. Alright, I'll have to think about that. But let's go ahead and continue on with Edgar. Yeah, I know, I'm leaving decisions for later. And I might just continue on. Okay, who's this? This is Mental Break. Oh, so that's Oren's grid that we're not trying to wait for. Because that's level 2, and that's a long time. That's a really, really long time. And that's okay. Will Edgar end up going into Oren's grid? Yeah, but just not right now. Provoke. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Although I only use it on certain enemies. There is a boss called Defender. That's really good to have. And of course, any of the Marlboros. It is really, really good to provoke them because then they won't use their bad breath ability. Which, if anyone has ever done anything with Final Fantasy, everybody knows bad breath. It's just a mean, mean skill. Very powerful, but it's very mean. So, yeah. Alright, so what am I gonna do here? So, I'm hesitating here because I could wait for a lock 1 and then I'll get 200 hit points, accuracy by 2. Oh, we love accuracy, actually. That might be worth it. Alright, well, we'll leave that for later. And leaving that one for later. Yep. Okay, so I have a lot of later stuff. Okay, so I think I'm going to continue... okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue on because I want Lulu to get further along, and then I won't have a lot of characters waiting behind a level 1 lock. Because it is really... There's a lot of level 1s, but you only get, so many level 1s. So, yeah, but now we have the next level of her black magic spells. So instead of Blizzard, we have Ra, so we got the Ra spells. And that's really, really good. And we will actually be doing that we'll be using that for Yuna later on, because what we'll do is, of course, naturally, meaning staying within her sphere grid, Yuna is only a magic, a white mage, basically. And yes, she does get holy, but that's not until the very, very end of her grid, which will be a while, because unfortunately, the SS Liki, that was basically the best place to actually grind out the S levels. There is another one that I will show you guys later on. I just don't know how much I'll do it, because it takes a while, and it's definitely much more hands-on. You can't just simply have a controller pressing the cross button. It just won't do it. And then I'm going to go ahead and move up here so I can get all these. So we got 200 hit points, and then we'll get defense by 2, and then accuracy by 2. If they were all 1s, I don't know if I would definitely go there, but yeah, I did in this case. Alright, yeah. Alright, so Lulu is coming very much along, and having the Ra spells, it definitely helps out the party with basically the future battles in probably the next 2 areas for Kilika, and then the Mian High Road. Whatever that is, I'm sorry. But yeah. So what does Lulu have to look forward to? She'll get Demi, and then once she gets Demi... Oh, and this is actually Wakka's grid. Is she going to go into Waka? No, of course not. But the one I do want to show is this one, Death, which isn't really important. Where did Bio go? Did I miss it already? Oh, there's Bio. Alright, so I'm almost to Bio, which is really good. This is actually a really, really good spell because Poison, just like in Final Fantasy IX, it actually can hit a lot of bosses and enemies, so I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah. Now, I will say, I am not going to go up here because it raises magic by 2 points. And that would be a total of 6 points, so yay! But Edgar doesn't use magic. If he uses magic, it's for, like, haste. And it's not going to get any better than haste. Alright, so if you want to look at stats, this is Edgar, Yuna, so magic 29, and defense, ooh, she was able to keep it pretty much together. And then strength only 18, where he has 21. Ooh, but Waka is stronger at 24, so that's not bad. And then Lulu, because, well, she's honestly was able to use all of her S levels, she's much higher magic, much higher magic defense. So yeah, Yuna has to catch up, but she will once I actually move her along on her grid. But anyway, Lulu, and yeah, we went around everything. All right, so of course there's a lot of people in critical health because, well, we got a lot of health. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, Edgar needs to get caught up on hit points, but that's okay. And so does Kimahri. But like I said, with Edgar, Yuna, and Kimahri, they're both waiting around, and I'm trying to figure out. I mean, Kimahri definitely has to use some level 1 locks. But we're going to go ahead and do that. So since I've done it, I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on through. Now we're going to watch basically a cut scene that's very pretty. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch it. Although unfortunately, I don't know if the...
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
Oh yeah.
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance.
Ooh.
Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living.
So if Yuna didn't do this,
Sad, isn't it?
then I'd be able to fight and gain
takes
more
them to
S
the far
levels.
plane,
Sorry,
where they may rest in peace.
sorry.
Summoners do this?
And I'm not sure if the music will be copyrighted, so I'll probably, just like everything else, I'm putting like non-copyrightable music in that unfortunately has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. Is the music really good? Yes, it really, really is.
must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Everyone's like, what are you talking about?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh,
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It
Including
was
you.
strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Oh, you get to see it again. And again. And again. Alright. Alright, so if you talk to this kid, he has the funniest thing. I'm gonna be a blitzball when I grow up. What? Yeah. I agree with that, but it does make a very funny, just, conversation there. And it's just hilarious because, the way that the Final Fantasy group is, of course, they made a mod for anything on PC.
You awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Okay. But they made a mod that makes all blitzballs that kid's face, basically. So we're like, yes, you were able to do it, man. Keep up with your dreams. Our loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We are truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. Alright. So I'm trying to find Waka, so he's right there. What are they doing? I honestly don't know what they're doing. Because it looks like they're repairing it, but shouldn't they be, doing demolition?
High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep. Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer,
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Is this the right
Something
time?
wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Why is there still green? Although with all the destruction here, I guess, no, it was on the same area. Alright, so I'm going to quickly show you guys some items. First one you do want to do is you want to save this girl here. Come on. Go. There we go.
Whoa!
So I guess she said thank you? Or victory in Blitzball? What, do I look like a Blitzball player? Alright, so what am I gonna do? No, this is the inn, sorry. Went to the wrong area. So I guess we're gonna go in here, which I guess is the bar cafe area. If we talk to her, you're the one who saved my sister, right? That treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept my thanks. So we obtained an ether, and here's the little girl that we saved. And bigger thing is there is a primer. Uh-oh. Nope. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk to you. I wanted to talk... Yeah. Alright, so we got T equals D. And we have received the next rank. Alright, that's all we need to do in here. Now, of course, further down, this actually is a weapon shop. I don't know if you can actually get... Oh, you're a customer, are you? I'd like to actually... Oh, I can only do that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and sell this one. Why? We're not gonna use it. Still, mana. I don't think I'm gonna do that. That one. We already have a better one. Yuna never needs to know lightning strike. Yeah, let's keep that one. But water Moomba, no, we're never gonna use that. And what do you have? Two. Just sensors. No, we already have better that. Since Lulu doesn't have anything, and apparently Kimahri doesn't have anything, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and sell... Let's go ahead and sell the other things that we did go ahead and do. Come on, where's the other one? Huh, alright. Oh, that's because he didn't have anything on. Oh, that's right, okay. Now, really quickly, I am going to go ahead and sort stuff, just auto-sort. And then the equipment, definitely, I will sort that. Just so then everything new will go to the bottom. Alright, I didn't think I would be able to. Now, of course, if you go down here, this is actually going to get you to... It'll show you the boat, but the boat has been damaged, and so you can't get to it. Actually, it was right here. Oh, alright, so I guess they went away. But that's okay. You're not supposed to get on it right now. And when we go from Kilika to Luka, we will actually be on a completely new boat. It will look exactly the same, but yeah. Alright, so the other thing we need to go is here. And there's a chest here, so we're going to get that. Potion 3, and here's the sky here. What are you looking at? I ain't on display here. Go away, man. Then you talk to her. Please excuse him. He's been affected by the toxin. So he's pretty much the only other person that has been affected by Sin's toxin. Which does make me think that Sin's toxin isn't a thing. It's just people that can't initially handle what happened with Sin. All right.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
Really?
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah?
Why is it a joke?
Maybe a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends. He's a newbie.
But he has a better weapon
Not a
than you,
guardian,
Waka.
then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
What? You mean you didn't mean it? Hey, Kimahri. Alright, I guess we gotta go. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can grab all the items that are in this area. There's quite a few. First one is Mana Sphere. 2. What does that mean? That means if you have basically an empty... Oh no, it was a Mana Sphere. It's right there. I was thinking it was something cooler, but no, I was mistaken. Now for the first attack, we will have a tutorial for Kimahri, although let's go ahead and go up here.
Kimahri, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
So Lancet is a special, basically, move that will allow whoever's using Lancet to get HP and MP, basically gain it back. And of course, if it's Kimahri and if it's a enemy that actually has an ability spell, an ability to learn, then he'll learn it. Now, every single enemy who does not have has an ability for Kimahri to learn. Let's go ahead and just we'll use Pyra, because this should definitely overkill. Yep, it sure did. And Edgar wasn't involved. I forgot. Oopsie. Now I'm gonna go up here. This is... I gotcha.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember,
about to say
discretion is the better part of valor.
And are we gonna listen to them? No, but let me go ahead and talk to them again.
The Ochu is... We could throw 100... Ochu poison is a surefire...
Aha, we received 4 antidotes, that's good. And for him, I don't think we got... Yeah, we won't get anything. But that is important to remember, that you can learn something, or you can get an item from Luzu. Alright, we've obtained Scout. And so that's definitely a Waka weapon. And Ice Strike and Sensor. So let's go ahead and have another person with Sensor. Ice Strike is also not that bad. And we're in another fight. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am definitely going to have everyone just basically just defend. Why? Because I want everyone to be in so that they can get AP and whatnot, but I want to use, before I forget, I do want to get Sophie in, so then she will actually get an overdrive. Now, I am going to go ahead and defeat the elemental enemy.
Please, fight with us!
That's what Sophie's here for. Alright, so what does that mean? That means I am definitely going to go ahead and use water on the... No, not. Like, come on. I'm going to go ahead and use water on the elemental enemy. Yep, that one overkilled. So, right now I am just going to use... I can just go ahead and do boost. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the lizard has any abilities or attacks that will actually be able to do this. So let's see. Is he actually even going to even try to attack? Did I do it on the wrong enemy? And yes, I certainly did. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. Alright, we'll go ahead. Alright, let's go ahead and dismiss. I am so sorry. I am going to go ahead... Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this, because I think, yep, Lazara should...
Nice.
Goodbye! Yep, overkill. I was hoping it would. And everyone should have gotten AP. Now, who I need to go ahead and talk to this lady. I might have been talking to a tree in the first one. Talk to again. Yeah, uh-huh. Thank you, a remedy. Now, I'm also going to go up this way. And I'm not looking at the map, I'm so sorry. And I can talk to... Ooh, ambushed. Ooh, this is the person that I can go ahead and do. Alright. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is attack with that one, because this one, let's go ahead and do water. Water.
Go with the flow.
Absolutely, go with the flow. Okay, Kimahri already did it. I'm gonna bring in Edgar. Then I'm gonna bring in Yuna, and then summon again for Sophie, and it should be a better battle. all. Yeah, because Sophie should be able to go ahead and get
Fight on!
her overdrive, because we'll actually be able to do anything. So we'll go ahead and boost it, because they're both flying. Now, I don't remember if I said anything about this or not, but it is very, very important that you do not dismiss Sophie. Because if you do that, Sophie will definitely lose her overdrive gauge. So I don't want to do this. So I do want to make sure that Sophie does defeat this enemy. And even if the enemy misses, Sophie still gets some hit points, so that's good. Some hit points? No, an overdrive gauge charge. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do this. It's very boring, I apologize. And it should be just one more. Yep. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do black magic. I don't remember. This is ice, okay. Now, since Yuna did go up in magic and everything like that, so does her Aeons. So that's a very good thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go quickly talk to her. We got a high potion. Now the only thing is that I don't have that much. Ooh, no. I don't want to go there. I don't have that much time. So what I'm going to do is I am basically... I got the wrong person in, sorry.
Gotcha.
Still got the wrong person in. I need Waka. Why Waka can actually defeat this guy. And Yuna can use Prey. And I will go ahead and do... Nope, I did it again. Water up. Okay, so I don't have that much time to get back to the save point, so I'm not going to get the rest of the items. I'll probably just really fast forward it to when I get back to the save point. Alright, you guys, I've made it back to the save point, so I do want to go ahead and say this is the end of this episode. So I hope you guys have a really great day, whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you guys. Just have a really great one. Stay safe, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye!